too much, so I put the basics. Like I said, I don't want to be like the opposition and the DAs and have all this paperwork to try to throw off your mind. I want the facts. So what I did is I showed the facts. I showed the dates of when I opened the account, the dates that Celeste and someone added themselves to the account. 2 separate dates, separated by months.
So Sierra was added to your account?
No, Celeste added herself to her account. Which means she went in the bank with another male and signed it. The bank, of course, doesn't want to pay back $11,400, so they're not being too cooperative with this, even though the dates you could see. I got robbed by Bank of America on every field. My home loans through them. My possessions are through them. My bank of accounts were through them. I was trying to make life a little more convenient at the time. You could tell if you look at the dates the account was open and the dates that Celeste was added are way off. And then immediately, right after the money was deposited, $11,400, the same week I'm in jail, gone, preliminary injunction, protection order, seize my assets. So, and then I show the withdrawals of all the money immediately. I entitled 1 page. I didn't want to bog you down. I do have the rest available upon request.
Mm-hmm.
And I included 1 affidavit from my brother, my wife's character. He's lived with her, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I have a very reputable reputation. I've lived in subdivisions with my neighbor, no domestic issues. I still don't have domestic issues because nothing's on my record due to all the allegations. My wife met Tammy Denny, who's done this before, and my wife met that woman. My wife is not very smart. She was adopted, has a lot of issues, a less than a high school education, very beautiful woman. And she met this woman, like a few other people have met Tammy Denny, and met someone Tammy Denny knew, committed adultery. Tammy Denny, being the former victims of the advocate of the district attorney and working at DHHS, showed my wife how to divorce me, what lines to use to get the sympathy she needed. And the police in this town that Tammy Denny, because her husband runs the fire department, which is part of the police station, which is best friends with Matthew Sear, which is friends with Sean Geegan, which is friends with Sam Pace, and if you read the story, you'll see how they're all affiliated. Cousins to the pastor of the church where my children go to school. They orchestrated this horrible crime, and what my wife did is they made a lie, and she had people to help manipulate that lie. They used the judicial system illegally to manipulate that lie. Like I said, I would never make allegations I cannot prove. I think documentation speaks louder than words. I would like to see the police give you documentation of proof of bank statements, life insurance policies. I mean, what's more believable? A man with my credentials just all of a sudden, like they're saying at 32, developed a mental illness and flipped out and started grabbing guns, and the night he was going to go to Portland and be a technician that week for DirecTV, or that a man like Matthew Sear, who steals people's children's brains, has a history with sexual offenses against children, burnt his own truck down, and this is just a few things we told you. I don't know if my mom told you about the other woman we met in town who had to do sexual favors for the police department, or she'd be blackmailed.
She'll be in tomorrow morning. I'm going to give her your card. This is the new one where I added Gary Adams to it. That the witness just told you what Gary Adams said.
Oh, that's right. I have witnesses. We have for Gary Adams.
Yeah.
And they go to the church.
Do you have a list you want me to type up of names for him?
Actually, I was going to do that. Before I gave you names of people, actually a real reputable woman named Jackie Burpee. Okay. She's a victim. Her son was a victim of Matthew Sear and his lies. And they beat him in that, but she has a clean record. She runs one of the best nonprofit shelters around. She's a very reputable person, and she would really like to talk to you.
Okay, if you could give either me her info or her my info.
If it's alright if I get your fax, I'm going to make you a whole sheet tonight. I like to do it professionally.
That would be fine.
And now you have their names, their phone numbers. I wanted to get permission. Another man that has dealt with the police department is his name is Sam Leonardo.
Can I ask? My doctor's office keeps calling me.
Go ahead, take a break. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.